guys, welcome back to my channel. My name's Bianca and it has been a really good few weeks since I've uploaded a video, so this is going to be kind of a catch up and then we're gonna go into my June TBR. The month of May was really a busy month for me. It was really stressful and just wasn't a good reading month. I won't say it wasn't a good reading month. I read a lot. I just didn't finish a lot. We'll put it that way. So I'm gonna insert my May TBR here, and then once that's finished, I will do a wrap up for May, and then we'll go into my June TBR. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I will be doing my May TBR. I know it's really late. It is currently May 16th, but I have read a book this month, so this will just be what else I'm planning to pick up. It's been a hard past few weeks. I've started a new class. I'm feeling very overwhelmed and anxious, so filming that video just was not what my mental health wanted me to do. So I have picked up a book this month, but the rest of the books I'm not gonna have a huge TBR because, like I said, it's been very stressful and hectic and I'm really struggling at the moment. So what I have right now are 4 books, 2 of which are rereads because at the moment I think that's really all I'm capable of doing at the moment. So I'm currently in the middle of my reread of From Blood and Ash by Jennifer L. Armentrout. I am currently on page 317, so I'm getting through it. I'm taking my time this second time through because I'm loving it even more than I did the first time, and I want to enjoy it. I am underlining a ton and annotating a bunch, and it's just been a very, very enjoyable for me. It is my relaxing pickup that I do. The next one is another reread. This is the first book in the All Souls trilogy, so this is A Discovery of Magic by Deborah Harkness. This is a reread for me. I have not gotten any further in the series, but I loved this book. I want to reread it before I pick up the next one because it's been a while since I've read it. I don't even know that I'm on page 2. I'm on page 2. This will be my first time reading through the paperback because I do want to annotate, which is another reason I want to reread this series. I do want to annotate. So I do want to pick this up hopefully at some point this month. And the next book I have is one that is on my top 21 books to read for 2021. If you guys still want to see that video, please let me know. I know I filmed it. I think I missed a book and I just haven't edited it. So let me know if you still want to see it. I mean, I'd love to put it out. It's only May, so I still have the majority of the year left, but we'll see. I have read, I think, 1 book off it, but this is another book off that list. This is Legend Board by Tracy Dion. I have heard amazing things about this book. I definitely wanted to read it, so I put it on my top 21 to read in 2021. I'm on chapter 2, page 22. So far I'm enjoying it. I've only read the first chapter, but it's still a really good book. Supposedly, according to others, it's like an Arthurian retelling or based off Arthurian mythology, and it's interesting. So this follows Bree, who decides to take a accelerated course for high school students where they go to college for 2 years and get college credits. So her first night there, something magical happens and she sees a battle against, I believe it's a demon or something, I don't know. And that just kind of sets everything off. There's magic and mythology and all that other stuff, and I love that. So I definitely want to see this. Apparently there's some romance in here too, which if you guys know me, you know I'm always there for the romance. So that is definitely what I want to pick up. So the final book I have is another romance novel. This is an adult romance. This is The Wall of Winnipeg and Me by Mariana Zapata. This is my first Mariana Zapata book. I'm looking forward to it. I've heard amazing things about her as an author. So I don't know much about this one. Apparently Vanessa used to be an assistant to the top defensive end in the National Football Organization, and she quits. She knows she shouldn't feel guilty, but when Aiden shows up at her door wanting her to come back, she's shocked. For 2 years he couldn't tell her good morning or congratulate her. Okay. So apparently it's a romance between Vanessa and Aiden, who wouldn't even tell her happy birthday for 2 years. I'm interested to see where this goes. It's obviously a sports book. I'm not big on sports, but I do love sport players, especially in romances. So this will be, I think, a good book to pick up. It's a chunker. It's a good, like, 665 pages, but it also has these huge margins, so we'll see how long this takes to get through. But I hope to pick that up this month. So like I said, my TBR is not huge. I have a lot of things going on with school and just went back to work this month, so that's a big thing for me too. But hopefully I can get a lot of reading done because it does help me relax, and we'll see how that goes. So in the end, like I said, I read almost every day. I just, because of everything going on, I didn't really want to read any new books. I wanted to reread a lot. That was what comforted me and made me feel good, so that's what I did. But I did read and finish one book. I read Go the Distance by Jen Calanita. I got this at a recent trip to Barnes & Noble. But this is a Disney twisted tale. It is What If Meg Had Become a Greek God. I loved this. It just brought me back to my childhood. It comforted me so much. It was just the perfect read for what I was going through. So this follows What If Meg Had Become a Greek God. So this follows after the end of Hercules and explores what would have happened if Zeus had not granted Hercules' wish to live on Earth with Meg. So I gave this 4 stars. It was really the perfect book for me. I read it in, like, usually I put a little post-it note to tell me when I read it, but I think I read it within like 3 or 4 days, just because I really wasn't in a reading mood this month. But this really was good. I loved it. Definitely highly recommend. And then I spent a lot of the time rereading. So I reread a lot of A Discovery of Witches. Currently on page 272, and I've been tabbing it because the first time I read it, it was an ebook. So I've been tabbing this one a lot, and then the next one I've been taking with me to work. So it's been in this book sleeve with my annotating supplies, and that is From Blood and Ash by Jennifer L. Armentrout. I have been, if you can see that, tabbing the heck out of this book, and it's been good. I loved just taking it slowly, being able to, I've been taking notes, just writing about what I loved about this book, and it's been a great experience. So I'm currently on page 382. I have a post-it that I wrote a note on. But I've just been loving it, and it's been the best thing for me at this point in time with going through what I've been for school, what I've been going through. It's been a great stress reliever. I've also picked up some poetry. This is Pillow Thoughts by Courtney Peppernell. There was a quote I ran across for school in one of her books, and I loved it so much I decided I was gonna go out and get the rest of them. So it's not in this one, it's actually in volume 2. So this is Pillow Thoughts 2, Healing the Heart. So the quote I loved. As a reader, it just spoke to me, and I loved being able to use it for school. So that's really what turned me on to the other book. So I'm going to read you the poem. It's a poem. I'm going to read you the poem. It says, "You can't skip chapters. That's not how life works. You have to read every line, meet every character. You won't enjoy all of it. Hell, some chapters will make you cry for weeks. You will read things you don't want to read. You will have moments when you don't want the pages to end. But you have to keep going. Stories keep the world revolving. Live yours. Don't miss out." So, after reading that, I had to pick these up. There's also a volume 3 and a volume 4, but I have those on my bookshelf. So, I have been making my way through this. I haven't picked this up in a couple of days. So, I'm currently on 84, which is If You Are Lonely. And I've been using this Fairy Loot bookmark to mark my pages, but it's relaxing and it's been a good time. Also, for school, I had to choose 2 books and compare and analyze them. I'm taking an English language class, so I had to compare the changes in language from a book that was published over 200 years ago and then a book that was published recently. So the 2 books I chose were Pride and Prejudice by Jane Austen, to compare to Pride by Ibby Savoy. Pride is a Pride and Prejudice remix, so it is, we'll say it's Pride and Prejudice set in 2018's Brooklyn. And I know at any other time, if I had picked these books up, I would have loved them, but just at this point in time, I don't want to read them. So I've purely been reading them to do my homework, and I have not enjoyed them at all. But from reading them, I know if I picked them up later at a different time where I'm in the mood to read them and I'm reading them for pleasure, I will love them. It's just having to read them for school, being as stressed out as I am with having to do the work that I'm doing, they're not enjoyable for me right now. It's not pleasurable right now to read those. And I love Pride and Prejudice. It's one of my favorite books, but it's just to read it now is not, I don't enjoy it. So my plans for June include continuing to read, continuing my rereads from Blood and Ash and A Discovery of Witches, and then I plan to move on when I finish from Blood and Ash to do a reread of A Kingdom of Flesh and Fire, and then to read A Crown of Gilded Bones, which is why I started my reread of From Blood and Ash. So I'm very much looking forward to those. And then during June, I hope to pick up Punk 57 by Penelope Douglas. I've heard a lot of great things about this. It's an adult, spicy, smutty romance, so we'll see how that goes. I have seen a couple of reviews that have said the relationship is toxic, but a lot of the booktubers I watch have loved this. So like Chloe from Books with Chloe loves it. Jody from Vanilla Moon has loved it. So I mean, a lot of the booktubers that I've watched have loved this book, so I have definitely wanted to pick this up, and I look forward to seeing what all the fuss is about and see if I love it too. I love romance, and I will pretty much love all romance books for the most part. I prefer like paranormal romance and like historical romance and those type of books, but I do enjoy the contemporary romance. So this is a smutty adult romance, so I look forward to seeing if I like that one, and maybe try and pick up a few more Penelope Douglas books, and we'll see how that goes. The next book that I hope to get to this month, I'm not making any promises to myself. I know what I'm going through, I know how I'm feeling, and I'm just not in a really pick up something new to read mood. I kind of want to remain in my comfort zone at this moment because it's comforting and snuggly there, and that is how I'm feeling. So the next one I hope to pick up because I've heard it's great and I want to read it. This is Finley Donovan is Killing It by Elle El Casimano. I first saw this on Liv's channel, Olivia Reads a Latte, and she loved it. She explained it as housewife assassin, and that caught my attention. So this is what that was enough for me. I didn't need anything else. I don't want to know anything more about the synopsis. This is a mother who has 2 kids and she's killing people. That was it for me. So I do hope to pick this up in June. So we'll see how that goes. I do know I'm gonna probably finish From Blood and Ash this month. But other than that, my plans are up in the air. So I will leave a list of the books I mentioned and the booktubers down below in the description. If you're new and you enjoyed this, please hit the subscribe button down below, and I will see you guys later. Bye.